Let's get one thing straight. I do not believe anyone fails to appreciate the fact that we get to play video games to pass the time in today's world. Oh, hello, I'm Stu Cheeks, but my friends call me Anyone who's played Apex Legends during special events or at various points in any given season knows that there is a bit of a grind for rewards unless you're a whale who prefers to buy everything instead, which is fine if that's your thing. While I do think the collection events and such are far too expensive, which I say as someone who put too much money into them in the past, I understand Respawn needs to profit for the game to thrive, but buying everything is not my thing. My thing, and I think this would align with many of you, is that earning rewards is a large part of what is fun about Apex Legends. The feeling of progress and then accomplishment is basically the framework for video games in general. In Apex, maybe for you that accomplishment comes from ranking up to gold, to platinum, to diamond, and beyond. Or maybe you find satisfaction in completing challenges and finishing the battle pass. The time and energy required for that varies for each person, but one thing is certain. It absolutely requires your time and your energy. Then, once in a while, a game like Valheim comes around to steal attention and avert eyes from Apex for a bit, or whatever other game is fancied at the time. Instead of sweaty competition, you get serene exploration with occasional battles in a perfect blend of elements reminiscent of Minecraft and Terraria, but with Vikings. While these are two entirely different games, their commonality is the sense of progress and accomplishment for the players. I just partially outlined how that works in Apex, but in Valheim, it's starting from nothing and then crafting and building your way towards something sustainable, and then going even further still with pretty much whatever the heck you want to do. Dungeon crawling, troll hunting, sailing the seas, whatever. It's a lot of fun. The real difference here is that there is no urgency involved, except that which derives from FOMO, the fear of missing out. Apparently, Valheim is pretty popular these days, and for good reason. The thing is, it's the kind of game that you think you've been playing for only a few minutes, just to realize you've actually been playing for a few hours already. Where FOMO comes into play here for me, anyway, is I see so many people enjoying the game, so naturally, I want to be a part of that. So I play it, and then, after 3 days of no Apex because I was playing Valheim instead, I started to feel like I was falling behind in Apex. Citric and I had plans to try for Diamond rank this season, and I wanted to at least log in each day to finish my dailies, but I've been too interested in what Valheim is offering instead. Not to mention I actually started to ignore real life needs because I was glued to my screen. Pro tip, respect your bedtime. Now I find myself in a dilemma of choosing how to spend my free time, and it begins to make me anxious. But then I realize I do not need to be playing every single game that I want to play, and I do not need to be doing every single thing that I want to do. Patience is necessary. Rest is necessary. If you're not a gamer and somehow made it this far into this video, firstly, thank you. But the concept I'm touching on here can be applied to a lot of different hobbies and activities for anyone who has a variety of interests and responsibilities. If I feel like I need to hurry up and get through everything there is to do in Valheim just so I can get back to grinding more Apex, then what I'm really missing out on is taking the time for myself to just enjoy whatever it is I'm doing. Simply enjoy it. The point I'm trying to make is that the sense of progress and accomplishment does not need to be rushed, whether it's in a video game or elsewhere. Patience truly does pay off, and we feeble humans are not meant to be gushing through our energy reserves too quickly. As much as I love Apex Legends, some days I just do not have it in me to go up against full-stack Predator squads, or suffer through the game's various other issues just to check off a few challenges to unlock a cosmetic item that I will never equip. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really cool cosmetics in that game. The artists are freaking phenomenal. But honest moment here, my general happiness increases whenever I step away from Apex Legends for a bit. Too much of it just can be stressful, and it's supposed to be fun. And when I play Valheim, I'm lucky enough to have a good group of friends who enjoy it with me so I don't have to feel lonely about it. So really, I'm not missing out on anything. FOMO can suck it. Ultimately, there is no fear of missing out when I take control of my time and defenestrate that fear. I realize I might be coming off as a bit preachy in this video, but I simply think it's good to remember why we play video games in the first place. You don't have to play a game just because it's the hot new trend, and it's okay to play at whatever pace feels right to you, for whatever reason feels right to you. Do not be afraid to take your time. Being the first to finish means you might miss a lot of things along the way. Really, as long as you're enjoying yourself though, then who's to say you're missing out on anything at all? I mean, I've been feeling FOMO just from making this video because there are a lot of other things on my to-do list, but I'm taking time to enjoy some video editing here to bring this to your eyes and ears while my battle pass collects dust in Apex and my new farmhouse is rotting away in Valheim.
Damn dingus rot!
And as usual, there is a grander discussion to be had here, but I do not have the time or energy for that right now. Feel free to comment below with your thoughts on everything discussed here, really. But otherwise, fear not and game on. GG, dingus!